rejoicing every day. We are transforming. We are healing. We are connecting and inspiring every day. We are thankful for this life in every way. We are loving. We are loving. We are praying and rejoicing every day. We are transforming. We are healing. We are connecting and inspiring every day. Thankful for this life in every way. We are thankful for this life in every way. Thankful for this life in every way.
Good morning and welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of San Francisco on this beautiful Labor Day weekend Sunday. As hopefully you've already experienced, we are a warm, welcoming, and inclusive community where love is felt, truth is taught, lives are transformed, and miracles happen. Here at Unity Spiritual Center, we are all about studying and putting into practice empowering principles and tools for happiness, health, prosperity, and successful living. We believe in creating extraordinary lives and a peaceful planet through our relationship with the loving God presence within each one of us and through our relationships with one another. And as you heard in the song we just sang, which features words from our mission statement, we are a creative, joy-filled, spiritual community dedicated to healing, inspiring, and transforming the lives of all people through prayer, education, and love. Our vision and the opportunity for each one of us here is that you discover the power within you to create the life of your dreams, that you have peace of mind and deep happiness, that you enjoy joyous and loving relationships with yourself, with spirit, and with others, that you spend your days doing what you love and feel called to do, and that you know that your life matters, that you make a difference, and that the world is a better place because you're here. If you're visiting us for the first time, and I know a few of you are, was it Chancey or Chelsea? Chelsea, we missed you coming in, so Kelly, if you can bring an information packet and a gift to Chelsea. I see you two already got your lays and your information packet. This is something that we like to give out to people who are visiting us for the first time. It's a shell lay, not to be confused with chalet, which somebody thought we were giving out chalets. It's a shell lay that has a tag on it that says, just as God has a design for every shell in the sea, God also has a design for your life. So we are delighted that you all are visiting us for the first time. We pray that you feel nourished by your time here today. And please do plan on joining us following the service in our hospitality room for hospitality, and so we can get to know you better. And if you, or if anyone here, even if you've been coming for a long time, if you ever have questions about Unity, just know that my door is always open. I'm always happy to have a juicy conversation, and you can find my contact information printed on the back of the bulletin. So I'm going to take this time now to introduce our guest speaker. For those of you who were at the First Sunday Forum, you know what an interesting life she's led and what a wonderful combination of experiences and gifts she brings to us today. She's a speaker, an author, an award-winning Broadway and off-Broadway performer and composer. Her name is Freddie Weber, and she writes and performs inspirational and spiritual songs in the jazz idiom. She has won the Los Angeles Dramalog Award for Best Music and Lyrics, as well as the New York Critics Circle Award, the Obie and Theater World Award for Best Musical Performer off-Broadway. She studied The Course in Miracles with Marianne Williamson personally for 12 years, the works of Joel Goldsmith for 8 years. She completed 5 levels of Tibetan Buddhism Shambhala training, and for the last 11 years, she has practiced and done intensives with Eckhart Tolle. Freddie has written 4 metaphysical books and recorded 9 original CDs. She will have a table out in the Fillmore room if you'd like to take a look at those. And when she speaks and sings about being here now, as she will today, it's because it's her passion and her life's work. So please join me in welcoming Freddie Weber back to USC. We believe in creating connection and having fun along the way as we grow spiritually together. So in that spirit, let's all stand, and Freddie is going to lead us. You were right. Freddie's going to lead us through our song today.
I don't want to be wrong. Okay, it's called Take a Little Love and Pass It On. How many people know it? Okay, I do.
That's good.
So, oh, that's not right. Okay, we'll put this little beat to it. Can you hear it?
Yep.
Take a little love and pass it on. Take a little love and pass it on. And before you know it, the world begins to show me. Take a little love and pass it on. You knew it, huh? See, you all know it. Okay. Everybody, take a little love and pass it on. Take a little love and pass it on. And before you know it, the world begins to show me. Take a little love and pass it on. You can use anything, okay? So take a little, I don't know, smile and pass it on. You may want to smile. Silly me. Take a little smile and pass it on. To show me, take a little smile and pass it on. Take a little joy and pass it on. Take a little joy and pass it on. Take a little joy and pass it on. Before you know it, the world begins to show me. Take a little joy and pass it on. You can use anything. You can say, anything will do that too. The other day I said at a church, I don't know, take a little clap and pass it on. And then I thought, no, let's not do that one. Okay. All right. How about take a little light and pass it on? Take a little light and pass it on. Take a little light and pass it on. And before you know it, the world begins to show me. Standing, so this will be easy. So this is take a little hug and pass it on. If you would like to hug, then hug other people. And if you wouldn't, hug other people. Or shake hands or hug. Take a little hug and pass it on. Take a little hug and pass it on. And before you know it, the world begins to show it. Take a little ever heard.
Yeah.
Ever. Right.
I bet she says that to all the congregations. So as we sit back down, feeling that warmth that comes from being in community and this beautiful sanctuary and connecting with those around us by joining our voices in song, I'm going to light our worship candle now. This is something that we do every Sunday so that when you see the flame, you can be reminded that you, inside you, have a divine spark, that you are an individually manifesting, beautiful expression of God. So as we continue to get relaxed in our seats, get comfortable, and sink even more deeply into this time of worship, prayer, and meditation, let us open our hearts now to receive the message of today's daily word. It will be read by Lakshmi Crawford. So now, Lakshmi, please share the daily word with us.
Faith. I place my faith in God and expect the best. Having faith is having joyous expectation. Placing my faith in God, I expect and accept positive outcomes. When I pray to successfully accomplish my goals, I receive clear direction. If I am praying for healing, I expect to be healed. When I pray for a loved one, I place my faith in the presence and activity of God at work within them to bring forth their highest good. I release negative thoughts, worries, or fears, for they indicate my attention has drifted away from God. I redirect my expectations with positive outcomes in mind. Growing in spiritual understanding requires ongoing practice. It is a lifetime journey. So I step forward in faith with my mind and heart on God, secure in the knowledge that divine love is at work in me. And a quote from Corinthians 16:13. Keep alert, stand firm in your faith, be courageous, be strong.
Thank you, Lakshmi. So as we just open our hearts up further to the truth of that message, knowing that we can always expect the best, let us take a breath, close our eyes, and center ourselves by turning to that inner well of stillness within. And let us focus our attention on the unlimited love and power of Spirit. Right here, right now, a sacred space is created by letting go of any pressure or distractions in our lives as we redirect our hearts and our minds now toward the divine presence, the divine light, the Christ consciousness within. Dearest Father, Mother God, we give thanks for this divine opportunity to bless and be blessed in spirit. We give thanks for the feelings of prosperity, gratitude, peace, and joy that fill our hearts and minds right now. We give thanks for the honor and privilege of praying for others in our community. And we hold the prayer requests of our community in our hearts with love. We know that every person represented in our prayer chest is enfolded in divine love, and that no matter what appearances are, divine order is taking place in each of their lives. We also hold any unwritten or unspoken prayers in our nation and around the globe, particularly in Italy, all of those affected by the earthquake, in our hearts. And we know that divine love and divine order is everywhere present. So let us take a few moments now to send that love out to others. Thank you, Father, Mother God, Sacred Spirit, Divine Mind, for this precious hour, for this precious place, for the precious people in our community. We know that your divine love and compassion flows through us, and we bask in the peace that it brings us as we enter this sacred time of worship at Unity Spiritual Center. And so it is. Thank you, God.
Before I speak, I'm going to do a song that I wrote. There's God. Oh, it's okay, it's off. All right. So this is a song I wrote, and it's sort of a rap song. And even though I'm a little older, I wrote this rap. I don't know why, but it's based on, I did a workshop in Florida, and there was a guy in the workshop who said he was a scientist, and it was wonderful. He said, I have measured it, and I know we have 60,000 thoughts a day. And I thought, Mike, that's amazing, or more, you know. So I thought, that's great. I got to write a song about it. So it's a rap song. So here it is. 60,000 thoughts a day. When I'm at work or I'm at play, blah, 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 blah. They're in my mind all night and day, blah, 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 blah. 60,000 thoughts a day. And they're all the same thoughts, sort of. Mine are. Anyway, what do I have to do today? Where do I have to go today? What am I gonna wear today? What about my hair today? And what am I going to eat? What am I gonna eat? Me, 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 me. I may not be much, but I'm all that I think about. So what do we do about it? Eckhart Tolle says, be here now. Okay, what is be? What is be here now? With so many, many thoughts going on inside my head, please tell me how. What is here? Where's here? If I'm thinking about the past or where ahead into the future, am I here? I don't think so. You want to know what goes on inside my head? It's not pretty, but you are here, trapping. Oh, I've got so many things to do today, and what's for dinner? What he said to me, what I should have said, and what's for dinner? Am I gaining weight? I should work out. I wonder what's for dinner. Am I here? Next question. Who is God? They say God is love. Is he that man with the white beard who knows everything so high above? Who am I? Who are you? Are we one, like all the Buddhists say, or are we two? Oh, I've got so many things to do today, and what's for dinner? What he said to me, what I should have said, and what's for dinner? He's too thin, she's too fat, he's so rich and I want that, and I'm too short and I'm too dumb and I'm not smart and I'm not fun. Hi. When I go looking in my mind, I hear oh so many voices with oh so many choices. They scramble up my brain. I've tried and tried to sort it out, but lately I just want to scream and shout. I give it all to you, God. I give it all to you. I surrender. I give it all to you. Notice the silence. No more thought, no more fear. Could it be just for a moment I was here? Not for long, that's okay. Well, at least I understand now how to pray. There was nothing in my head but God today. Nothing in my head but God today. Testing. Oh. Thank you. I'm in San Francisco. Good grief. I'm from LA. What'd they say? This is a real honor. It's always an honor to speak at a church, and especially this one, Unity. I like Unity, and I like San Francisco. Where can I go eat? I want to go to a real good San Francisco restaurant. You got to tell me. Nope, sorry, I digress. That's my mind, you know, eating, whatever. I spent my whole life not knowing I had thoughts. I didn't know I had thoughts. I was my thoughts. I just, whatever it said, I did. I believed every single word I didn't know that I had thoughts. And I didn't know that there was a still small voice inside. I couldn't access it. I couldn't hear it because this was so loud and so fast. I was unconscious. All I knew was, when I was younger, all I knew was I wanted to feel good. I wanted to be happy, I didn't, if somebody would said, if you find God, you'll be happy, I would have gone, great, fine, thank you, good. Or the still small voice, if you can hear that, you're going to feel better. That's where it's at. I would go, happy. I thought happy was honestly making a lot of money. I was in New York after I graduated from college, and I wanted to be an actress. And happy was being. Were you an actress, by the way? You were. I saw the way you were reading. It was wonderful. I could tell. Yeah. I thought, I'll be happy if I win a Tony or if I get a Broadway show. That'll make me happy. Or later get married, have a lot of money. And if you live long enough, and I've lived a long time, I've gone through so many phases of what I thought would make me happy, but didn't make me happy. So I searched for the next thing, and the next thing. Now, what happened to me was, in a way, very good. It felt awful. But what happened was, I told this in the interview that we had before, I hit a bottom. I felt like I had lost everything. Everything that I thought I needed to live and to be who I was. All the identities that I had glommed onto that I thought I was, actress, mother, wife, You go through life and things happen naturally. Sometimes you get a divorce. And now you're a divorcee, You're alone. That's what happened to me, and it was okay. It seemed not okay, but we got along. It was okay. My son grew up, and now I'm alone. We sold the house. We had a house. Sold the house. So it was like one thing after another it was natural at the time, but it just seemed to go. And one day, after about 10 years of this happening naturally, I'm sitting on the floor in West Hollywood in my one-bedroom apartment, and I'm thinking, what has happened? My God, everything I thought I was and needed and had to have is gone. And my worst fear was that I would be nothing. Good God, I'm nothing? Maybe that's what happens before you die. You lose everything, then you die. I was terrified and scared and crying, I remember. I was sitting on the floor shaking and thought, my God, this is awful. This is awful. And so I remember I was at that point where there was nothing to do but just give up. You take it. I give up. I don't know. Full of tricks, God knows. I had a lot of ideas, but they didn't work. And now I'm here, and I give up. You take it. You take it. And I thought maybe I would die in the process, you know. But when I stopped crying and shaking on the floor that day and I got up, I thought, first thought was, I'm not dead. What do you know? And I'm breathing, and I didn't feel so bad, which was weird. I thought this was like the worst possible thing, but I didn't feel so bad. I seemed to have lost everything, but hey, I'm still here, I'm breathing, you know. But the weirdest thing to me was my mind had stopped. That was really weird. Nothing going on, no instructions. You're good, you're bad. That was not good. This was blah, 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 blah. Nothing. And I thought, how do you, that's scary. How do you live without this going, you know? So I thought, well, I'm here. I'm here. What do you know? I'm really here. It's like I'd been spinning around and suddenly I landed. And then I thought, well, the next step, and now, and now, and now, I'm here, and now. Wow. My mind came back. Darn. I know. Bummer. But when it came back, there was a little space, just a little space between the thoughts, so that I could now watch them better. And then I met Eckhart Tolle, and I really learned what had happened and what was going on about the mind chatter versus the still small voice inside. And that made me want to be more and more in the still small voice. I wanted to get to know that. And the great thing that Eckhart said that I loved, because when I first studied with him, I wanted to be like him, you know. I wanted to be like Eckhart Tolle. I wanted to have no mind, because Eckhart had no mind, didn't seem like. So that's what enlightenment was. I'll have no mind. Have you ever tried to do that? I have no thoughts. And of course I couldn't do it. Thoughts came. But what Eckhart said that I loved was, it's okay. In fact, I think he loved people. I had that feeling about him. He loved the fact that we were human, that we have thoughts, and good and bad and selfish and sexy and horrible and greedy and icky and angry, all of it. And he said, it's okay, allow it. So I kept trying to do that, allow, no matter what I was thinking or the greedy thoughts. Man, I don't like those greedy thoughts, you know. But I had greedy thoughts. Eckhart would say, just notice them, just have it be okay, you're fine. Don't act out, and don't believe it. Don't believe all that junk. He didn't say that, but allow. It's okay. They're just thoughts. And they go back into the little thought pool they came in. We don't know where they come from. Judgments, we don't know where they come from. But they go back into the little thought pool. And that was a wonderful gift that he gave me, because it was like allowing it all. Because I told this in the interview too, that my whole life I had been trying to get rid of that dark stuff that I thought and felt, like hate and greed and dark stuff. I want to kill him, you know. Not to act it out, but to have it come into the light so I could see it and feel it and maybe cry over it. And the more I did that, because I now started teaching and singing the songs that I wrote in churches, and I thought I have to kind of stay clean. I have to, like little spiritual windshield wipers, So I got to be pretty clean when I come in there, So I kept doing what Eckhart said, which was being aware of the thoughts, being aware. And I had many of the same thoughts. I'm no good, I'm bad, something's wrong with me, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't believe them, and I could watch them. I could even find them funny. They were kind of funny now, Sort of like being on a train and watching the scenery go past now. But also being very compassionate, Having a bad thought, it's okay, it's okay. It's sort of like having a pet monkey, you carry around who's going, but you allow, you go, oh, it's sweet, I know. You understand, don't you? I know, it's okay. They're cuckoo, cuckoo, but it's okay. And what happened, why I even created this workshop, was because, and I said this, I gave the service in the interview, didn't I? Didn't I, Lorraine? Thank you, Lorraine. What happened was, after so many years of working on this stuff, why I'm so dedicated, I don't know. I'm from Beardstown, Illinois. But why I'm so dedicated, I really don't know. But after working on this and being so, trying so hard to watch my thoughts and be aware and allow and being compassionate with myself and feeling the feelings that I had, doing all this stuff, one day I noticed that my head, which had been very busy with trying so hard to do this, there's an expression, your head up your, This is like my head came out. Because it really felt like that, And I could actually see. It wasn't so dark and closed, I was open to the world. And I didn't know that was going to happen. I don't know how many people that's happened to. I had a feeling it might have happened to you. Or maybe it happens to everybody and I'm very late. I don't really know. But I started to love. I never did before. I pretended. You go into a church and everybody hugs, and in church, like Mary Ann Williamson's church, they would say things like, I love you, and I'd say it too. I love, talking that funny voice, I love you, And I didn't. But I tried, I tried. But now what I felt was, I actually do. I care. Me. I care. And it was a very big deal for me. It felt so wonderful. I didn't know that was possible. And I knew what I was here to do. Now I knew. And that's all I wanted to do. I didn't want to be a movie star anymore. I didn't want a lot of money anymore. All that stuff. And I didn't want to be famous or be respected or any of that. I didn't care. All that stuff went. I just wanted to help. And that was so simple and so true. And I remember I asked God, how do you want me to help? How? I'll do anything. I was telling you guys, I'll go to Iraq, I'll teach English, whatever I'll go far, I'll do whatever. Probably has to be big, big stuff, hard stuff. But no. Actually, what God said back to me was, I don't know. And I thought, well, if you don't know, who knows, But what I got out of that was, it's a moment-by-moment thing. Boy, you don't know how you'll be used. Really, second by second, you don't know. Because like a smile or you're laughing, that helped me a lot. You're being an actress. A smile. The interview. Somebody gave me an egg this morning. You never know. A smile. A hug. Little stuff. Making whatever your thing is. You make good pies, or you're a good cook, or you're loud, or you laugh a lot, or you're a good hugger, or it can be so little. And that's what the workshop is about using this, combining this, the silence, the still small voice, with your service to others. And it's not do-gooding anymore, although I've done that, and that's lovely. Actually, I like do-gooding. This comes from the soul. It's love. Do you have any questions? Oh, please. What?
Is it addictive?
What'd you say?
Is it addictive?
What?
This
Being, this feeling?
being present.
No one's ever asked that.
Let's hope so.
I think God is addictive. Yeah, yeah. More and more and more and more and more. Yeah. Yeah. It's addictive. Good question, though. I'm going to ask God about that. Yes, Lorraine?
Do you go in and out, or are you in this feeling a lot, or does it change all the time? Or
I'm human. I'm cuckoo. No, yeah, it changes. Yeah. Yeah, I can be mean. I try not to act it out, but sometimes I do. Yes, I love questions.
I noticed you like yellow, you have a yellow car. I was talking to you earlier
Yeah,
because you had this really bright yellow car.
yeah.
And was there a particular reason why you picked a yellow car? I just, is that part of your movie star thing?
Oh, that's funny. My movie star thing. God, no, I never felt like a movie star. And I never tried. No, God, yellow. I am so addicted to yellow. I don't know why. I mean, I have 2 cars. They're both yellow. have no imagination. I don't know why. It's a mystery to me. Really, it's nothing to do with look at me, look at me. Really, I don't think. Maybe unconsciously, but I don't think so.
I had another question, though.
Oh, please.
Well, because I wasn't here earlier for the forum, but when you were growing up, what influenced you, and did you have religion in your background or any of that?
No, no. Although I was always very gaudy as a kid, but my parents weren't at all. No, but I would go take communion without them. I mean, I don't know where I came from. No. No, I was in pain. I had, emotional pain as a kid. So maybe I was reaching out to God because of that and just help me, somebody help. I don't know. Or maybe you come in with that. You're going to love God. You're going to go and find God. That's your deal. That's your mission. Go find God now. I don't know. Probably pain. I don't know. I don't know. Loss brings so much. That's silly, but loss seems to bring so much goodness. Some good things happen with loss, because I think you lose stuff, and then there's a space. You go, oh, I hate this space. My God, where's my thing? But I think God comes through and with some good stuff. That's been my experience. Yes? Oh, I love this. Does this happen often? Is this okay? Oh, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, one more question.
This could be related to that. Do you have a mindfulness practice, and how do you bring yourself back to that, like, over the years?
That's good. I don't know. I do meditate every day, which, by the way, we're supposed to be doing right now. That was a very good way into this. So when we said the word, and I say we, because Reverend Maggie said it too, meditation now. We said the word meditation. Everybody got different seating and getting ready to meditate, aren't you? Don't. That's meditation. Am I singing now? Am I done? Yeah, thank you. It's a very good question. Yes. Oh,
And I will say a few things, and then you'll play again during the offering.
what?
You'll play again during the offering. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So thank you, Freddie. That was interesting, wasn't it? And more to come. So if you had a question that you didn't have a chance to ask, please know you'll have that opportunity and more at her workshop, which will be a little bit later in the afternoon. We're planning on starting at 1, but maybe we'll start a little bit earlier. We'll see what the crowd wants. But thank you for that and for sharing your story, which I think is always helpful to hear people talk about what they've experienced in life. And yeah, it was wonderful. Thank you so much. So we have a vision, a mission, and values by which we strive to live, because we believe in intention here at Unity. So these are things that have inspired us, and we hope they inspire you too. So please do join me in saying them together. Our vision is centered in God. We co-create a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And our mission is we are a creative, joy-filled spiritual community dedicated to healing, inspiring, and transforming the lives of all people through prayer, education, and love. And our values are: we are spirit-led, generous with resources, inclusive, joyously creative, and guided by integrity. And in this space, feeling enriched by our vision, our mission, our values, the beauty of the artwork we look at, the excitement of hearing new voices, exciting voices like Freddie's. Let us take time now to be a channel for enrichment through our generous tithes and love offerings. Practicing the principle of tithing ourselves. As a spiritual community, we will be tithing 10% of the offering collected today to Unity World Headquarters and to the San Francisco Food Bank. So let's take a moment now to hold our offering in our hands, perhaps place them next to our hearts as we say our offering blessing, which is on the screen behind me. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
You can sing now, Freddie.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
leading service today, including our ushers, Craig Beal and Kelly Beal. And where is my bulletin? I can read the rest of the names. Lakshmi Crawford for doing a beautiful job with the Daily Word. Kathy Russell, who will be in the bookstore. To Rosa Bundy, who I know, along with Teresa Hernandez and Candy, is preparing a wonderful potluck for you. To Sylvia Grady for providing prayer support following the service, if you would like to enjoy shared and confidential prayer communion with someone else. Sylvia Grady, who, I just said that, she's also been helping out in children's church, so she's doing double duty today. Karina will be in a few minutes with the kids. Also want to thank Valerie Hatfield for the beautiful fall altar that she did this week. So let's give all of them a thanks for their service. And we have a number of announcements. As I just mentioned, Freddie Weber is going to be doing a workshop following the service. If there are enough of you who want to stay but want to maybe get started earlier, we'll plan on that. But right now it's scheduled for 1 o'clock, so you won't want to miss that. I'm doing a Women's Creative Circle on Wednesday night from 6:30 to 8:30, so please join me for that. It is for women. It is creative, and every month we do something different that is a reflection, a way of using creativity as a spiritual practice. So I hope you'll join me for that. I also hope you'll join me for World Day of Prayer, which is going to be on Thursday. The church will be open from 10 o'clock until 7 o'clock for prayer. We'll be leading a guided prayer service at noon and also at 6 p.m. And we'll be unveiling a community art project of prayer ribbons. So please do join us for the Unity World Day of Prayer on Thursday, the 8th. Next Sunday is Homecoming Sunday. This is going to be the time where we sort of formally launch the fall, which is going to be jam-packed with exciting events. And we are going to have our annual root beer and root beer and hot dog float, but I don't think that sounds too appetizing. It's actually the opposite. Our root beer float and our hot dog fundraiser is going to be following the service next Sunday. We're also going to shake things up a little bit. So we're going to have a slightly different order of service. The sanctuary is going to look a little different. Please do join us next Sunday for that. We're launching, as you saw in the bulletin, a new Course in Miracles class. I'm really excited about that, to bring A Course in Miracles back to USC. This is going to be run by a woman who has been ordained as a Course in Miracles minister. She's going to be doing it in the afternoon, Tuesday afternoons on alternate Tuesdays, starting on the 13th at 2 o'clock. So please do join us for that. And last but not least, as we announced during our town hall meeting last Sunday, a very generous donor has issued a challenge to us for our anniversary. And if we as a congregation can raise $7,070.70 in honor of our 70th anniversary this year, that will be matched by our donor. So it's a really exciting opportunity for all of us. We'll be accepting donations starting today, and it'll go through November, so we can make the happy announcement, thinking affirmatively at our gala on November 5th that we have met that challenge. So that's it. For more, we've got our new September newsletter out, and I think it's time for the kids.
This delight of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This delight of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This delight of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This delight of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This delight of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This delight of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine.
Let's see which one Adam wanted to share. Where's the star? Right here, number 5. Using some of all your senses. How does God look, sound, feel, smell, taste to you in this moment? And what did you draw? Earth and sweet. He smells sweet. He's quiet. And then this is a little sparkle. That's the one you wanted to share, right? And then April, you need some coloring. Okay. Like an angel. He sounds kind. He smells beautiful. All right. Okay. And somebody else, Tulsi? Bring that.
What 3 words spontaneously come to mind when you think of God? Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and the cross.
Tulsi? Tulsi? Tulsi.
What name do you have for God?
Oh.
What 3 words spontaneously come to mind when you think of God? Elephant, baby tiger, polar bear, seal, basically.
Okay, we have a consider.
Amen. When do you usually feel closest to God? When I'm at church and when I'm happy.
Yeah, so there's no right or wrong answer. All right?
And please join with me in blessing the children.
Love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the presence of God in you. How are you?